something important, didn't it?
It can't be. It's how.
Well, there's no need to worry.
Yeah, but the people of. It's true. I've been investigating. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information. I've tried all, but oh my F, we cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean, indeed, fate. But just now, it all be as long as the final moment hasn't come. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, don't take any—
Come on!
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone. A witness. Yes. And if to...
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we...
Do not forget, however, that
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god. I see. It seems like you have made a...
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going?
Wow.
Lady Farina.
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an...
Looking for excuse.
I raised my hands just now. I will... I'm sorry, everyone. You are not... But now, I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice! This time, I will protect you. Applaud and mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of fonteine.
Woohoo! Oh, now... Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting...
All right, then. Who will be my opponent?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak. So, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning, they changed into the people's moreover, according so.
So you.
And their goal was,
That's right.
as the super ultimate version of the setup the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo was an Archon. My thanks for... Of course, this performance was... We had to select a...
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was...
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Neuvilete and Cloran's part. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediate. Also that...
Yes, that is...
Well, Cloran, I must commend you. As for you, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived. Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass. This is a
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
This is the fortress of Mir. According, I need the words of someone as extraordinary.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Neuvilete. There's no... Just fast forward. Of course. It is only...
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead...
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty, but did I hear that?
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty? Lady Farina...
I plead not guilty. How can I? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your...
Yeah, even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity.
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even if you wished.
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? You have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Well, and if I...
That doesn't sound... First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend...
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might but in light of this...
Neuvilete sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina.
Well,
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Besides, for centuries, manifestations, one need only to turn their eyes.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as compelling evidence to build our case. That doesn't sound right. You tried to reference the
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in... While the court, you will prove your... That was no trick.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand that instead of
The real Hydro Archon. Well, now you're really It is true that I did, but the oratory's handed... You can't...
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over...
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection.
You don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons thus did...
Isn't that...
Yeah, no matter...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's
Hey, come now, everyone! I'm still the... Please?
If what the prosecutor...
Did she just... Enough! That's enough! Tell me then, if you...
Wow. That doesn't... That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound...
since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can—
Miss Navia.
Super sorry, Miss— Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. So, if we are to believe that you are— But, if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the
If Lady
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same.
She's just
What's going on?
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may—
What?
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe—
Miss Siegewing? If you're present, Miss Siegewing, please come forward and—
Siege?
Wait, don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. That should be an—
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss—
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent—
Thank you, Miss Siegewing.
Oh, wait. What?
Well, however, after extensive discussion, we don't—
Yeah, so it's a great—
I can't— Listen to me, everyone! Think about it! Also— Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me! I swear, I really am your Archon!
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway—
With all the things that have been said,
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway her. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty. We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale—
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydra to be punished via the—
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it—
The one and only time the deaths—
Farina's been—
This outcome is indeed quite— Is this an—
Yeah! Even Fauché wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the scene.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today, but now—
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still—
Fremine! You finally made it. I assume this means—
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will all—
Is that the first prophecy? Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slip?
I looked everywhere, but has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late?
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on this. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other—
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with—
Huh? So when you—
In truth, however, I'm uncertain.
Okay, let— The first stone slate describes— Does that mean that— The second stone slate— This must be the point. The third slate shows— Huh. Well, the fourth slate is the— We didn't believe that such a—
We know from the case, and the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans.
That doesn't sound—
Perhaps what is about to end the—
That doesn't sound— That doesn't sound—
It's not as simple as falling into this— When—
That doesn't sound—
The prophecy—
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow. The Hydro Archon would— Navia fell into the water. The eruption of the primordial— The stone slate's contact— Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's— But— Then—
Let's hear them.
Incredible. Linny.
We're not—
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with the evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to now—
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that—
The Hydro Archon's true sin?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Yeah, isn't the— So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the— In the end, did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruin, now that the slate collection is complete,
Did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you. Your hypothesis. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon. However, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her. She poured. But if Fontaine. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is.
So we were all.
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the...
This real.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are a key point of. They have not. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro. You may also recall, therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of. Yes, it refers to our present.
I think I'm. In truth.
What should we do?
Huh.
If that's the case.
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that. However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe it was. This eruption was just a
That doesn't.
It was both dream.
If we're talking about
The truth.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It has been and once it has.
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, She filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided...
We just...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been...
That battle maniac. Anyway.
It is too late. It had already even if the...
That's not... We've already done... We've come...
Indeed.
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy... Yes. What has been Just as prophecy... Ultimately... What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
You...
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question...
Fosolo.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else, too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principle.
Deceiving the heavenly...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me. She knew full, and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. I had to I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than...
So you were also once one of the
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit. leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you, she could feel joy, sorrow, and her strength. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfect. Anyway, all part of the plan. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydro Archon. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But no, instead, I suppose now you probably understand.
But Furina is even though she has had a long...
It has indeed. It's been far, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
Shine down!
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto the stage? All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my... I am... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Germinate!
Get him! There is no escape!
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Propagate!
Shine down! There is no escape!
Dodge this!
Inazuma shines eternally!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Shine down!
Get her!
No escape!
There is no escape!
Cool it!
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where? Be not nervous. Be not afraid. Wait a moment. You're... mirror me? Mirror you, huh? You know... Mirror me. What do you wish to... The prophecy. What prophecy? The people... Oh. What? But... I will tell you how to save Oh, so there's... As for the suffering... Well, but if there were... I suppose this would also be... Huh? Don't worry. Play as... That's right. If you could... But... Don't worry. Being a human... Remember... So... To a but... a trial... The Maison Cardinalise has announced my... What should I say to most of people? Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the I'm sure you've all heard about how I have in truth, as the god Focalor. Once again, this... I thought I might...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more... assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of... Right. Calm down, Farina. Assertive. Oh, very good, my Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? You may consider... Now then!
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were...
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this, my dear people. Whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for We have heard it said that this nation No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. The scales, may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine. There is no... So long as...
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to neuvilete. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you That's true,
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
Lady Farina, I don't know.
No need. All right.
He...
Lady Farina, you're the lady...
I see. It's as I thought. All manner of... Really?
I'm...
The day is finally over, but it's good to... Maybe this is...
Lady Farina,
They'll...
Lady Farina.
Indeed, my...
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant...
Understood. I feel...
Lady Farina, it's... I've heard that the first my lady? Oh, are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the... So hundreds, I never have I I want to tell. I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even. All I can do is keep.
Farina, although I don't know.
Share. That's impossible.
But even if you're bird, just share it with me.
A witness. And if to. He's right. I could confide, but if things don't play out as expected, no, Farina. But what, Farina, is it such if you let this opera think about it long and hard? No. All you need to do, dear spectator, is...
Fine.
So even Farina.
Yes, she did very well. If she had, it seems that trusting humanity.
I believe. How would you be?
Ah, good, good. Of course, the ludex of Fontaine has. I'm sure you.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Linny did mention that he heard it. It now seemed.
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no... Oh, you... My work. Oh, but really, some have already discovered that only the vast majority has been, had to be.
It was all...
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but...
So the oratrices... The destruction of that divine throne...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the high... Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority...
All you've done...
I've never quite... Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And speaking of justice, I have always believed that. So, if the theft of the primordial sea, then leaving matter. In other words, defying the at this ludex neuvilete.
So when I was at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries, you are things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, neuvilete. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I, ludex neuvilete, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power. We shall look for an opening together. Sorrow turning into hostility. The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. It will present itself.
Shine down! Propagate! There is no escape! This will be frozen!
Let it rain!
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Erase all threats.
Manifest the authority of the ancient dragons. Witness the might of the primordial sea.
No escape! Go, go, Barricade!
Propagate! Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It was just supposed— well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point. But they bumped into one another earlier than I thought.
That power.
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. It's just that he gave us the impression that she was, less...
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to— that kind of power. All in all. The point—
well, so what sort of—
oh, right. His name is Sertologi.
I am unfamiliar with...
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous.
The foul?
Still nothing.
Ooh, that one we've heard—
oh. But I suppose you—
wait!
Actually, never mind that they all devour such roiling high as such. In other words—
what?
Not to worry. Focalor has already...
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
All hands, initiate emergency rescue!
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand!
water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
The world remains constant over the Oh, it's you.
Hey, Bridget!
I'm here to update my... let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snej. Our residents are hot.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't mind,
I get where you're coming from.
that would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole...
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions?
Forget it. I'm sure you...
I see you're the... Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake... Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone...
Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the... Also, not to Wow.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of...
Whoa, you're well...
That's a...
In truth, I told him that it was best not to...
You're right. Stay safe now. And tell me...
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte.
It's an honor to finally...
No need to thank me.
Of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already,
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't...
Sir, please don't say...
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No,
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with the boat that brought him. Still, if I'm...
I have to apologize, but that ship is present...
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or...
Did you really have to use the... Well, then, two solo...
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like...
Ah, see...
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Sure. Come on, Miss Sue.
Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes hero.
You're too kind, sir.
I see.
He sure did.
I'll tell them that there's...
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along. As to what Misfit's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be an...
Maybe. Who knows? All right. Last stop, the docks. Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it? It's a wondrous trick a friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine? To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a...
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things... Father says that you...
That's alright.
Oh, I get... After Lady Farina...
A diplomatic gift? A note?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, it could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did... I would agree. I suspect you'll have...
But that's...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wound.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had love...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind.
Are you going to take the nose?
That is our duty as Harpy. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future... As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right. I'll remember.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a...
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-skit...
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this... All right, then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see how Neuvilete's doing? As long as he's not so busy that...
Oh, I suppose you must have... In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you were... All right, let's have... Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a... But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from...
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the...
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume? I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be...
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient Natlan is also... There is one other... the harbinger known as the
Captain.
I suggest that you fully prepare... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon still got it. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.